So on the XR750 ignition, they've had a dozen different kinds over the years. They've had the Morse, that was the first one, the Morse Magneto, and not very reliable, unfortunately. They had the Motoplat, which was pretty good. The latest one they've got is the PVL ignition, and it's an electronic ignition. Little stator, nice and light. And it has one stator per cylinder. So the one on this side runs the front cylinder. The one on the inside here runs the rear cylinder. There's wiring harness that goes up here to a set of coils. There's a coil. There's 4 coils. Each one runs a different spark plug. So this one goes up here, runs the front cylinder, and then there's a couple of ones down here in the back here that run the small spark plug on the right hand side. So not much to these things. They're a nice light little unit. They are pretty expensive, unfortunately, but well worth the money. Keep your bike running good. They start easily, and they seem to stand up pretty good. They got kind of a chintzy little. I'm not all that happy with the covers on the thing, but this is basically it. You've got a little stator in here, a little flywheel inside your stator, and I've put these little 12-point nuts on here to make it a little bit easier to work on. The stock nuts aren't very good. Anyway, it runs with a shaft in here that runs across to the other one, and there's a little intermediate gear that runs off of the cam train and turns these things. They'll spin like 10,000 RPM, 10.5, and reliably. Couple of points: keep your wires covered with this heat-resistant covering. Keep them separate, away from the motor as best as you can. Try to route them as good as you can. And there's a little, when they come to you, this flywheel has a piece of masking tape around it, and it's actually supposed to be there for clearance. You're supposed to put this stator on over top of the masking tape. The masking tape sets the clearance. If it rubs, you have to loosen off these torque screws, move this around so that it's adjusted so that the masking tape isn't touching. So that's one thing that you want to check for. There's the same stator from side to side. This one on this side has a mark down in this area that you use to time it. On the other side, you use a mark up in this area to time it. So make sure that the timing is right. It's timed when the rear cylinder is at top dead center. And you take out this little plug, and just like any other one, you time it with the mark in the middle of the port. And that's about it. Really good system. Stands up to the blast. I think I want to put some covers on this one just to kind of keep it from getting blasted up on the track. But yeah, other than that, and making some of these covers maybe out of billet or something, so they'll stand up a little bit better. But other than that, great system.